that's like getting tired?
No.
Like if you lose a little bit, like
because they've never really nerfed them that hard. If we're being honest here.
Yeah, Terrace has kind of just always existed. Here we go. Game 1. Blaze and Acno. First time we've seen them on stream today. Very excited to see how they're playing. One of my favorite teams to ever do it in Brawlhalla. Had a little bit of a break, but now they're back together better than ever.
And this is the first time that we've seen them today.
Right.
So we're getting to see if our questions answered now as we're getting Blaze coming in with the Ulgrim, and they're doing the same team combo that we've seen them do before. And this time it's against Bamya and Ahmet. This is going to be really tough for Bamya and Ahmet. Dara ended up putting Bamya and Ahmet in its top 3 earlier today. So Dara had a lot of confidence in this team.
Yeah, a rare Onyx pick for Europe. This is a very North American pick.
Yes.
It's been really cool to see, like, it's apparent in singles as well, but in doubles there's very defined metas. We talked about Chronix a lot in previous years. Never in Europe. It was never really the case. In fact, Kaya originated from the region that we're seeing right now, mainly because of the team that we've got on screen right now. So let's see how this does here. Blaze so far the healthiest, but we haven't seen any stocks fly on the screen. It's been very good defense from both sides.
Yeah, we've been over a minute into this game without seeing a stock, which is somewhat rare. There's the sidelight into the recovery. That's going to be the first one.
Nair, I wouldn't go for the edge guard here, Bamya. But you know what? He's better than me. I just think that optimally in that situation, you get the Nair right afterwards, you go back to the stage, you weapon starve, you go for the team combo on the guy coming back. Acno's going to fly to a stray hit anyways. But he gets that recovery there for no loss of himself. And Ahmet and Bamya start with the team combo there into him taking out his teammate stock. Blaze going down there to help Acno back.
Nice.
Good recovery from that situation. It could have gone in a way to where that would have been a double knockout for Bamya. The dodges were just good enough for him. So,
it could have been.
So
but then right after that, because of that axe recovery from Blaze, Bamya couldn't make like a rush back over to the stage, so that gave Acno plenty of time to set up that perfect air.
Ooh, double sidelight coming out there. Acno punishes with just a Nair. That's not going to be enough just yet. Nair coming through, sends Blaze flying, and Bamya gets the neutral. And the swing at the end of the animation hits more than one person. So ends up getting knocked back there. Acno goes down. Blaze almost gets hit by the gauntlet recovery. This is great for the blue team.
Yeah, Blaze went over to retreat so that Acno could spawn back in. He didn't feel confident enough. This went from like the team who was holding the W key, who was just basically pressing forward the entire time because they were so confident in their momentum that they would steamroll the other team, to all of a sudden, Blaze finds himself all by his lonesome, and he's going to move over to the wall, play that defensive while he waits for Acno to come back in.
Acno with some friendly fire there. Okay, team combo, sideline Nair and an Sig, but it's on Onyx. That's like, she's going to take the longest to knock out. Downlight will come through, send her to the right. Let's see what Acno can get here with our recovery. Bamya is honestly damaged enough now here where the red team, I think, is at a lead. It's going to be up to what happens to Acno's stock, I think. Ahmet trying to get that ground pound. Gets Pogo.
Oh, no!
Ouch, that's brutal. Bamya, they've got to get the edge guard here. Acno goes out for that side air. Blaze doesn't have a weapon, though. Did spawn in an unfavorable position for that situation. But the Pogo comes through again. Is that a double Pogo knockout? Gets the weapon throw. Bamya's gone. And that's going to be the 1v2 here. Ahmet looking for the edge guard. But I seriously give this in Blaze and Acno's favor. Let's see. We did just see 2 very impressive 2v1 comebacks.
But it was against a team that isn't picking up 2v1s as consistently as Blaze and Acno have. But they're definitely playing, like they're respecting Ahmet here and Bamya as well, more than they were their previous opponents.
He has a dodge, that's it.
Yep, there it is.
Nice dodge to the platform, actually. Helpful that that platform was there. And Acno gets the knock. Nice, okay, throws the weapon in anticipation of the new spawn. Good timing there, but this is a weird position to put yourself. Okay, makes it back, and Ahmet is very unarmed, very damaged. Let's see what he can do. Sidelight doesn't get the jump, accidentally falls off the stage.
I think he wanted to do the D-light there, but he ended up moving a little bit further forward off the edge than he thought he would be, so he was aerial, which out came the down air. Dude, Ahmet's been without a weapon. There it was. All they needed was one stray hit, and Ahmet was at weapon disadvantage the entire time until he finally got caught by that side
there's
air.
a lot of discipline there from Acno and Blaze in that situation. And for a team as seasoned as they are, they've been in enough situations where they've probably thrown a 2v1 to know better than to do so. And they weren't even focused on the team combos most of the time there. They were just cycling through weapons. They did something that I don't see a lot of teams do, which is that they were throwing their weapon away before the anticipated spawn so that there wasn't any downtime in picking it up. And that happened a few times. And you can game the system a little bit where weapons spawn. If you know it's spawning in one place, then you know it's not going to spawn there again. and they were covering those spots pretty nicely. So game one barely goes over to Blaze and Acno after an amazing team combo onto Bamya, and then 2 really nice pogo edge guards from Acno, with the second one being cleaned up by Blaze's weapon throw. So they tightened it up at the end there when they needed to.
And both of them being on Gauntlet Legends here, they've done a great job of getting in on 2 weapons that, you know, can kind of throw force fields around themselves, or really kind of 3 weapons if you include the axe from Blaze as well. Like you think about Spear neutral area, you think about Lance neutral area as well, and then you have like an axe ground pound or an axe recovery that Blaze uses so well. The Gauntlet players seemingly haven't struggled so far, even though of course they did lose last game. It was close. See if Blaze can finish this one up with a side air. He's going to go back to the main platform before turning around and hitting 1 ground pound and then another ground pound.
Wow, Blaze so excellent with the timing on that move. Takes down both Bamya and Ahmet, right and left side of the stage. Helps Acno out with the edge guard after he gets his own in a 1v1, and now getting more damage on the Bamya is looking good. Neutral light into neutral light, gets the down sig right afterwards. It's a ton of damage coming in on a fresh stock from Bamya. Ahmet goes over to the gauntlets and no dodge. Means he could have taken a lot more. That axe recovery almost takes him off the top of the stage. He gets snared out of his own recovery. Ahmet's gonna be careful here. Ground pound just spikes him, and they trade 1 for 1. Blaze dominating here in game 2.
He's picked up 3 KOs without losing his first stock. Finally losing that about 1:20 into the game as he's shut down. Bamya going with the ground pound. Acno, is he able to get back? He did take a dare, but he got the touch right before. Can he get back in touch again? Yes, he is. He doesn't have the weapon advantage here. Okay, that could be a big pickup. Acno still really hasn't landed much on the main platform. Now he's able to get back to safety.
Man, Acno's actually spent a lot of the time here unarmed, following up off of Blaze's starters. Blaze has been completely in control of game 2, and Acno very willing to play support. That downlight's going to burn Bamya even harder. Sidelight Cider is going to send him flying. That's the stock, and now Ahmet in orange against the 4 stocks of Acno and Blaze. This is not as doable as the last game.
Yeah, this one potentially
Bamya.
what happens with Ahmet here. He doesn't feel confident enough going in because he's so far in the orange that he's kind of leaving Bamya by himself while he's on the main platform. Does get the follow-up onto Blaze there with the down air. Now we're shooting back to the main platform. He is playing relatively safe. They get the KO off the top.
Yeah, but isolating Blaze here doesn't even guarantee him the win. He's got 2 stocks. Acno comes back. Does he get that weapon? He does. Bo picked up. Sidelight hits both directions. Gets the recovery into Bamya, attacks on even more damage, and it's only a matter of time before he's 2 damaged for even Onyx's defense to work out, unless...
They got to get it here.
They
got to go all in.
That's it. Recovery hits.
Did he touch?
Does touch? But then Acno saves Ahmet with the recovery, saving himself. Should have just trusted Blaze there. Blaze got the double ground pound. Now they got to work for those extra stocks here. Bamya does go down. Ahmet gets the save, but then gets pogoed right afterwards. That Sair,
they're ready for it.
Coming from the alley-oop there is going to get them that 2-0 lead in the set. They're 1 game away from going into semis. Looking pretty good for them so far.
So did I catch that right? That was a ground pound from Blaze that sent one of the blue team members down, where then Acno could get the hit?
Unarmed recovery.
Okay.
And Acno is always unarmed recovering there. That wasn't a situation where I even feel like I can really knock him for reacting there, unless they were calling it out. Like, the one way that could have worked is if Blaze said, don't recover, I'm going for ground pound here. I wouldn't even make that call.
Oh, no, I wouldn't either.
If he messes up the ground pounds, Acno is certainly gone, and then Blaze is off stage against in a 1v2.
Exactly.
So I think it was fine, but that is what happened. So here we go. We've got same team coming up from Bamya and Ahmet, who looked so good in game 1, not so much in game 2, and now they've got this stress of a reverse 3-0 on their plates that they want to stay on winner's side. Acno and Blaze 1 game away from moving into top 8 here at the European Doubles Championship. And we're starting off strong with the sidelight. Ooh, went for the end light to target switch there, thinking that Bamya was going to punish him for going a sidelight on his friend, but he doesn't actually go for it.
So the way Acno and Blaze kind of started in this set against Bamya and Ahmet, it was very it was very respectful. I don't think they were playing scared. I think they were playing respectful, and they were in that feeling out stage. And then all of a sudden they kind of figured it out a little bit more, and now we're kind of seeing the confidence return. They're going even, so it's not like they're stomping their opponent like we may have seen in a previous set.
Gets that sidelight into recovery.
Can he get big juggle? No. He's able to land and actually gets the GCD light into the unarmed recovery.
All right, Bamya's got to fly around. Cannon is like the second best weapon at doing that besides, I guess Lance. Lance is the best, but I don't know. Chakram Dare used to be able to stall for a long time.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. We've got downlights coming up from Blaze, sidelight and air from Blaze as well. He's starting to really tack on the damage. Downsig will catch Bamya as well. Bamya's taking a lot of hits here and there. Acno could get the reversal here on the Bamya he's looking for, but Ahmet with the save. Good sidelight there. Bamya could have been in a lot of trouble, and instead they might be able to get Acno there. They do. Now can they take down Blaze? Ground pound. Okay, that was scary. Ground pound could have blasted Ahmet into the blast zone, but he holds on.
Okay, there's the 2-piece. Ahmet actually turns around instead of pressing it onto Blaze. Bamya stuck over on the wall. You see the double exclamation point, 3 exclamation points, and the sweat beads before he makes it onto the main platform. Insig coming out from Acno. Yeah, it doesn't knock out off the top.
Yeah, Acno was banking on that being having enough force. Blaze sent flying now, and every second that they don't take out the blue team, Acno taking more and more damage. Blaze looking for the edge guard here. Oh, if he just fell with side air, that would have been it, but Acno's able to clean up. Downlight side air comes through. Tentative lead for the red team. But if Blaze goes down, Acno could be soon to follow. Let's see if he can run for his life here. No weapon, but Bamya
they don't
not
press him until now.
Okay, they were just waiting for their chance. And Acno got hit by a ground pound, a dare, brought into orange. Blaze getting destroyed by Bamya's cannon. All Bamya here in this last stock.
We're seeing some of the signatures come out from him as well here that we kind of haven't seen very much of this entire set. So Bamya's dropping bombs. He's looking to do this big damage. They have the lead here. It's completely split up the red team. That's Acno out of the game. It's just Blaze in the 1v2.
Side air gets interrupted by the weapon throw there. Narrowly avoids the cannon fire from the end.
That's scary.
The will take him down. That's going to be Bamya, and Ahmet getting the game on the board. Really well played by Bamya at the end. It was all cannon. There was that moment on the edge guard where we were both kind of like, okay, you're going to pull the trigger, you're going to go jump off the stage. No, not going to edge guard him. And then he got him right when we both thought that the scenario was done. Right? Like when we thought the pressure was over and Acno could come back to the stage is when he went off stage, got the ground pound, got the dare, put on all the extra damage, and then won the game. I think he had the most damage by far of that game. Over 600.
Definitely. He did 609 compared to the 423 of Ahmet, and then the 543 of Blaze and 368 of Acno. He also did 512 of that. So about 5/6 of his damage was on the cannon alone.
Yeah, very well played. We're going back to Fortress of Lions for game number 4, and this is weird. I know game 2 was essentially a 4 stock. But this still feels close enough to where red team can't relax on this. They can't just be like, okay, we'll just do the same thing again, maybe it'll win.
Dude, Bamya is really leveling up on this cannon. It's continuing into this game. The end lights just back and forth are devastating.
Nair comes through, neutral light into side air from Ahmet. They go for the edge guard into Acno, and Acno narrowly avoids the ground pound. Blaze, in the meantime, is winning against Bamya in the 1v1. They get a nice sidelight Nair, side air from Acno. Acno trying to get the edge guard here unarmed. Blaze not going to go for a ground pound because Ahmet is pressuring. He might still go for it here. Neutral light catches Bamya finally. Bamya's been having some trouble on the ledge. That's the second time we've seen 3 exclamation points, I think.
And Blaze was happy to just like let him sit there and burn all of that time, waste all of that time, because his teammate, Ahmet, was completely on the other side of the stage. They were split up. All he had to do was wait for that Lance in light for the KO move.
Exhausted recovery will take Ahmet off the top. That's just going to be Acno. I don't even think the knockback was enough. I think Acno just held right. Good to reset here, even it up 4-4. They can't deny weapons forever. Blaze immediately comes in for the axe, and Acno gets a nice unarmed punish onto Ahmet. And a good combo starter. Doing pretty good with the unarmed so far while he started, but he wants a weapon finally, and there's the bow.
It was a shame they weren't able to turn that combo into more. It seemed like they were ready to be done with it because Blaze even like moved in between Acno and whoever he picked up in it to do the inlight the other direction away from Acno rather than continuing it in that sandwich.
There's a disgusting amount of damage coming on to Acno there. He got hit by Blaze's axe Nair as he was grabbed by Ahmet's gauntlet Nair, took the full damage of both moves, and then got team comboed into Bamya. So he was brought to orange real quick, but still Bamya the most damage on the screen so far. Ooh, dash jumping around, down to go out, dodge out of the way. That was nice actually. Ground pound there covered the fact that Blaze's down sig missed.
Oh, Bamya! He still somehow gets out of that. I saw the dodge burn from Acno and then the dodge burn from Bamya, and I thought that was going to be the edge guard.
Acno being a champion here off the left side of the stage, fighting 1v2 while Blaze just holds the ground. That's going to be it for Bamya, but Acno could come right afterwards.
Can they get the stock off of Ahmet? His survivability has been like one of the winning things for the blue team so far. Bamya's been doing the damage. Ahmet's been taking a lot of damage and extending his stocks as long as he can. We have an even game here, Taza. The neutral air is not going to KO off the top. That's going to KO off the left side, and then the counter punish.
So close. Are they even going to go for weapon starts here? No, Bamya tries to call Blaze out with the recovery. Blaze reacts, gets the down air right afterwards. Everyone armed on the stage now. Acno Neutral lights forward. Blaze was hoping to get like a dash forward side light landing, getting some friendly fire. Team combo, no, the down sig comes through. I think Bamya needed to hit a down light there to really extend that combo. That was huge. They had them both caught in Ahmet's down sig. Bamya taking the lead here, gets a bunch of nairs. Okay, Silent stops Ahmet from getting that combo starter. Bamya trying to land on the ground, but Ahmet, like you said, the survivability huge this game.
Bamya kind of playing on the back foot a little bit. The red team pushes towards him. He's looking for these inlights. That's been like his move of choice this set. That's going to take out Bamya. The follow-up from Blaze might have just clutched the game right there.
Wow, I can't believe it. That was like the good angle to get hit by.
Yeah.
And he still goes down. Onyx just crumbles under the pressure of Blaze's axe. Sidelight nair puts Ahmet into light orange. Second one will definitely get him into orange there. And then he starts being at risk of getting knocked out by team combos, then with a signature. See what he can do. You could see Acno already proactively starving weapons, just letting Blaze go forward, get the sidelight nairs. Acno ready to be in that position to hit Ahmet if Blaze misses in neutral, and that's all his role is in this situation. Blaze is the only one that's actively taking action. Acno's just waiting to respond, and it's been like 3 downlights in a row. How does Ahmet get in?
I don't know. It's going to be really tough. He does find the first like 2 hits that he's found. Whoa. Okay, could be setting up here, but Blaze is right there. He does not have a weapon. Acno's able to get over the wall and touch.
And Acno goes like, all right, I'm done being off stage. Go back, Blaze. You do this. He's looking for the downlights. Let's see what he's got. I mean, Ahmet was able to sneak in a side air, but the weapon throw from Acno is something to stop him from getting any more follow-ups. Blaze looking for a deny the next weapon, I guess. Or Acno, rather.
Oh, this is really scary.
Oh, this is it. Okay. That was advantage. That was advantage for Ahmet until he went to the side of the stage. Yep. I think he should have just stayed fighting against Acno. Like taking the time where Blaze was jumping back to stage to fight the 1v1. Instead, he split his focus, went there, was like trying to hit both of them at the same time. I don't really know who was he supposed to edge guard there? Was he supposed to fight Acno?